politicians, governors, elected officials, lawyers, black professional men.
Seek help for what?
Help clear my name from this injustice that was done to me that had me serve time in jail, to lose my job as a police officer, and time away from my family, friends, and most importantly, my children.
You were police?
I was police in training back in October. Well, my last day was October 28th of 2007. It's when all the madness had started.
What kind of police? A rent-a-cop or a real cop?
I was a Baltimore City police officer. I worked in Southern District.
Not an MTA cop?
Not an MTA, not a transit, not a security guard.
Not the dude on Martin?
No.
You were a real Baltimore City police officer, man in blue.
I was.
Then what happened?
I was approached on October 28th, and they said my car was used in armed robbery, and it turned sour when I told them that my car wasn't used because I'm a police officer. Baltimore County detective, Lang Long, he didn't believe me. He came at me because I'm a young black man, nice car, and he felt as though I took over his investigation. He didn't like what I said, so he just pursued me, went after me. He kept on going after me, went after my brothers. A good friend of mine, Mr. Anderson, he's still a police officer. So after that, it just turned sour, and basically said I wasn't trying to cooperate. And what I mean by cooperate was didn't say who the robber was. When I told him that I don't even know who the robber was, I wasn't even in the vicinity. But the state's attorney.
Is this Baltimore City state's attorney?
Baltimore County.
Baltimore County state's attorney.
Baltimore County state's attorney, John Cox, and also the detective, Kenneth Lang, for Baltimore County. They went after me. They just wanted another Baltimore City officer to go down. They wanted to close their case.
You say they wanted another officer to go down?
Another, because Baltimore City is infamous for being stereotyped as being the worst of the worst.
What, police officers?
Police officers. So after that, I was just trying to find
I thought law enforcement looked out for law enforcement.
Well,
that's what the folks in Baltimore County would say as relates to the murder of the young man Chris Brown. We had his mom on here.
Well, that's not true. Everything involves politics. Agencies don't protect other agencies. So Baltimore City protect Baltimore City, but in my case, while I didn't have tenure, Bill Phil at the time was a commissioner. They let me go, and the only time I found out I was let go from my job is when I was incarcerated, waiting to get my bail paid when it was all over the news. So they never came to me directly to tell me I was fired. Only thing was stated was, if I'm cleared of all charges, then I can try to get my job back.
So you've yet to be cleared of these charges?
I have yet to be cleared because I had poor representation due to Samuel L. Curry. He was an incompetent lawyer. By him not doing his job, I was convicted on several other charges as being the armed robber when my initial charge was accessory after the fact.
What evidence did they have?
The only evidence that they used to tie me in was saying two witnesses, a white girl and a white guy, stated that they seen this armed robber leave the McDonald's, follow him over to an apartment complex.
They followed an armed robber.
Followed the armed robber to an apartment complex.
Let me go back because I'm kind of just waking up. They followed an armed robber. This is the story you're telling me.
This is a story that was all over the news. 45, 13, 11.
They followed an armed robber.
Followed the armed robber. Unbelievable. I guess they were superheroes.
No, this sounds like Sanford, Florida, and stand your ground, and where people twist the facts to make them say whatever they want. I don't believe that part. All right, please continue.
So after that, when they allegedly followed this armed robber, lost sight of him, then the young lady stated that she know the area very well. So they drove around the area.
What about an alibi? I mean, if they said the crime happened at hypothetically 2 o'clock on a Tuesday, don't you have the opportunity to say exactly where you were with witnesses?
I gave all the pertinent information. I testified to everything, but the Baltimore County City Attorney and also Detective Lang, who pursued the case.
Is Lang a white guy, Asian guy, black guy, Latino?
White. Everyone I'm speaking of in Baltimore County was all white except for me and my lawyer. Everyone was white. the jury, the demographic of the jury, it's supposed to be half of my peers, but my peers at the time was police officers, so you're not going to get really a jury of your peers.
So what did you get?
I had majority women, older women, some younger women, and probably like a
Black women?
two or three black women, and probably 2 or 3 black men. So the more on the white side than the black side.
And they convicted you though.
And they convicted me off of no evidence. They just believed that I had something to do with it because John Cox stated Mr. Seivers clearly was not the armed robber. He was not there at the McDonald's, but Mr. Seivers know who done it, and he should be held responsible for these crimes. And it changed after that.
Do you know how much money was taken in the bank robbery?
At that time, they said it was a little under $1,200, what I was making on a check.
How much time did you do?
I was given 10 years. I served almost 4 years on 5. It was all suspended for 5, and I served close to 4 years. And since I've been home, first thing I did was jump back into school to keep showing people I'm still this good citizen. I'm still that good, strong black man. I haven't lost sight of the ultimate goal of getting my name cleared and supporting my kids and my family, just to show that everyone from Baltimore City are not corrupt and not bad. And the young black youth can change and can make a difference. That was my whole goal. I had everything planned out. But it came to a halt, but it's not stopping. It's not stopping. I'm still doing it. I'm still trying to get the message out. And I thank Mr. Glover. I thank all those who still support me.
Scott Phillips,
Marlon Tillman, even some of the black professional men. I've been talking to Mr. Dan Roberts from WIPNPR.
I'll be plugging them over here, man.
I'm just trying to let people know we need help in any way. I need help.
Dan Rogers is a good man, and he covers a lot of stories of us, and I think he does a pretty decent job doing it on his show and in the newspaper.